Hey guys, it's Emma and I'm going to be showing you how to make Frosty the Snowman out of polymer clay. And this could be like an ornament or a keychain, you don't even have to make it into a charm. But mine's dangly, you can just make it plain, I don't know. And you're just going to take a bit of it and condition it so it's easier to work with. If it's already really soft, I recommend not doing this because it'll make it harder to work with actually, from my experience at least. And then you can just take a bit of that white clay off and make it into a ball shape. And this is going to be the head of Frosty, so you can make it whatever size you want. Just remember it's for the head, so if you're thinking about size, you should do that now, I guess. But you can always fix it later. And you're going to take a big chunk of that clay. This is not the clay, like the part that I'm cutting off. That's not what I'm using. I'm actually going to use the bigger part. And this is going to be the body. And the body, normally, it's just a round, like a ball shape again. But you're going to want to make it 2 times the size of the head, because that's what I think is like a pretty good size for it. I don't know. If you look up Frosty the Snowman on the internet and go to like images, you can kind of tell it's 2 times the size, pretty much. And then you're going to take the rest of the clay, or just a smaller bit if you have a lot, and you're going to want to make this into a kind of a thick coil. It depends, but whatever you want the size of the arms to be. I made them, I guess, kind of thick, but you're going to want to make them pretty short. That's what I found that I wanted to do. And after I thought I was good with the shape and everything, I actually made it smaller, so you know, whatever. just don't spend too much time trying to figure out the length of the arm until you made the hands, because that's when it really matters, I guess. Oh, and then for the body, you're gonna want to make the bottom and the top a little flat. I don't know, that's what I found I liked to do. And then I actually made the top, like where the neck would be, kind of curved in. And then you're going to take more of the white clay, flatten it out, and then you're going to want to take this cookie cutter. You can actually freeform it too, but this is by Sculpey Primo, and it's the flower cookie cutter. And these are really kind of small too, so yeah. And you're just going to make 2 of these, and these will be the hands. And then what you want to do is take or cut off 2 of the petals off of both the flowers, and you're going to want to make sure they're petals right next to each other too, otherwise it's going to look really weird. But this will be the hands and the fingers, because he has 4 fingers. And you're just going, you don't have to do this because it doesn't really make much of a difference, but take 3 of the petals and move it to one side, so it's kind of like a thumb and then 3 fingers, if you kind of get what I'm saying. And then you're going to take the coils you rolled out for the hand or the arms, and see, I actually made mine thinner and kind of the same size, just thinner pretty much. And blend it into your the middle of the bottom of the hand where you cut off the petals. You probably want something to blend, better to blend with than an X-Acto knife though. It's kind of hard to work with. So they should look like that. And then you're going to take the head, the ball that you made for the head, and take either red or orange clay. I'm taking red, and then roll it into a ball and flatten one of the sides out. Actually rolled it into a weird coil shape and then cut off the end. So I don't know, it's just a half circle pretty much, semicircle, I don't know. So it should look like this pretty much. And then you don't have to do this part if you don't have red clay or orange clay, but I kind of like the nose to pop out. You can use paint for this as well, but yeah, like I said, I like to pop it out. And then you're going to take some black clay and roll it out so it's pretty thick, I guess. And then take an oval cookie cutter, it's also by Sculpey Primo, and just make a little indent for half of it. And then you're going to cut it a little bit larger, not this large, actually cut some of it off. As you see here. And this is going to be the bottom, this is going to be the bottom of the hat for your, Frosty Snowman thing. So if you can do this any way you want. I thought it looked weird like this, so I cut off the top of the head, which sounds really bad, but yeah, and then I put it on. So it just looks way better to me than if it was just like laying at the top of the head. So it should look like this, sort of. And then you're gonna want to take some more black clay. And what I actually ended up doing was taking one of these circle shapes from the cookie cutters and making an indent, and then using a needle tool or a toothpick you could use, and making a dotted line where that indent is, and then making a dotted line on the circle like for the hat, and then cutting at an angle away from the clay with my blade on the dotted line. And then if your top, like where you made the line, isn't flat, I recommend just like flattening out with a razor blade. Yeah, just a blade, or like, I don't know, just cut it up. And then just form this into like a hat shape. I don't know how to say this. And then what I actually ended up doing was taking my X-Acto knife and cutting like a scoop out of the top, and then like forming it with my fingers as well, as you'll see in a little bit. I hope, at least. You'll see that there's a scoop in it. So it looks like that. And then you can add this with TLS, Bacon Bond, Elmer's clear glue, like any kind of glue actually, and then or you can just blend it in if you don't have any of those, but I'm pretty sure you have some kind of glue or TLS or Bacon Bond, I don't know, most likely glue. So I didn't have Bacon Bond or TLS. I used to have TLS, I ran out, but yeah, so I'm using Elmer's clear school glue there. And then you don't have to do this part like at all, but you can take 2 red balls and make sure they're the same size, form them into like triangle shapes by pinching one side and then pushing the other side in, and then take a smaller circle shape, and this will be your bow. So you can just put that on there, and if you're not going to make it dangly, put the head on first before you do this, because it sometimes won't look right, I don't know, it won't go together as well. And then you're going to want to make more coils a little thicker, and these will be the legs, and you're going to want to make them about the same size that you made, like the same length at least, you made the arms, and then you can form them into like a kidney bean or a jelly bean shape, and you can just like measure them out, and then you can take more clay, and more white clay at least, and then put them into like flattened oval shapes, and that will be your feet, and you can blend them in. I'm using a needle tool for this. It's kind of, I don't know, pain in the butt to blend stuff in. And then if you're gonna make it dangly, you're gonna need a lot of eye pins, or at least you can like cut off part of an eye pin, make an eye pin out of what's left, and keep doing that. So you're gonna want to add 2 for the top of the arms, 2 for the top of the legs, and then you're gonna need 2 for the bottom of the body. I actually made indents like where I want the legs to go, so you do that. And then you're gonna want to add 1 at the bottom of the head. I actually made an indent again, and then where the neck would be, so the top of the body, to connect to the head, you know. And then you can add 1 on each side of the body for the, like where the arms would go. And then also, if you were gonna make it into like an ornament or a keychain or just like a charm, add an eye pin to the top of the head. I forgot to do that, so I had to chisel one and glue it in after it was baked on accident. So if you want to make it into a charm, like just remember to do that. And then after it's baked, you can just paint on all the stuff. So this is white acrylic paint and then black acrylic paint. And then I actually used some fabric paint in this because that's like the only 2 colors I have for polymer clay acrylic paint kind of. And then what will be really easy is to just take needle tools, but I just got these, so yeah, I know what it's like to use toothpicks, so you can use toothpicks for this as well. And then just paint on the face. Thanks for watching, and bye!